Hi, I'm Mark Mazzaferro, Communications and Media Officer for the City of Vacaville. It's time for our daily update on the COVID-19 situation here in the city. And with us again is Chris Concepcion, Fire Chief, and our resident COVID-19 expert, I guess, huh?
Good afternoon, Mark.
It's good to be here again, Chris. So let's start right off with number of cases that Solano County is sharing with us.
So Solano County Public Health is reporting 49 cases as of today. So that's April 1st. So we're at 49 cases and no deaths so far in Solano County.
And that's pretty good news. I mean, testing-wise, the testing is getting ramped up, I understand. So
that is our understanding. Our communication with public health as well as the hospitals is that more people are getting tested, and so that is good news. While there has been an increase of the number of cases over the weekend, that there are more people getting tested. So that means, to us at least, some negative tests, which is good.
Right. Okay, so we've been getting calls and letters
Yes.
from our residents regarding businesses that are non-essential, that aren't complying with the shelter-at-home order.
Yes.
Let's talk about what we're doing to address that situation.
So our thing is that we're going to do here in the city, which is what we've been trying to do for everything, is to gain voluntary compliance through education. Mm-hmm. And so there is, for those of you that have small businesses and are wondering whether or not you can, continue to operate or not, there is a list of essential businesses, both with the Solano County order that's defined there, as well as the state stay-at-home order. Those are also defined there. The list of essential services are very, very similar, and we are going with the Solano County because that's specific to us as far as the City of Vacaville. As we get those, what we're going to do is, as the complaints come in from other folks that are saying, hey, this business is open, they're not an essential business, is those complaints are going into our code enforcement folks, which is in the fire department here in the City of Vacaville. They are going to open up a case. They are going to look at the list and match it along with it. They're going to confirm whether that is an essential or non-essential business. If it is a non-essential business, expect to see our code compliance folks paying a visit to those businesses, reminding them that they shouldn't be open right now per the order. And we're also going to provide them some an informational flyer that has information on them, how they can access small business loans and how to get through this tough time.
Right. And again, we understand, that these small businesses are just trying to make a living.
Absolutely. Our heart breaks for these small businesses. We realize that how tough it is during these times, especially if it's considered a business that's non-essential. I mean, there's no revenue coming in we realize that these small businesses are made up from, families here in the city. So our heart breaks for them. However, the only way that we're going to get through this situation, this COVID-19 pandemic, is by complying with these different orders.
Right. We also have a ton of information on our website specifically for small businesses. So if you're out there watching and you're a small business owner, operator that needs some assistance, go to our website, cityofvacaville.com/COVID-biz, and you will find a ton of resources, both state, county, nationally, to help you get through this crisis.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. And again, we're going to talk about parks.
Again. It's like we're sounding like a broken record.
Right. And that's another one where we're going to try to do some education because some people get the message, others for a variety of reasons are not. So we're going to exhaust all of our resources education-wise before we do something more drastic.
Yes. Yeah, please don't make us do something more drastic. We really don't want to. We realize people need fresh air, and our parks are a perfect place to do that. Our open space is a perfect place to do that. But And there are a lot of other jurisdictions that have already gone and closed parks and their open space, and we don't want to get to that point.
Right.
And so the only way that we can keep our parks open is if our residents help us by making sure that you are complying by the social distance requirements. That's, 6 feet apart from each other, unless, your family, obviously families can be together. And what we're saying by that is, if you live in the same household, right? So this doesn't give you, just because you're a large family and you're all family, doesn't mean you can congregate at the park. Doesn't give you a reason that order is, if you live in the same household, those are the folks that can be together out in the open. If you don't live in the same household, then you have to maintain that social distancing while you're outside. And parents, I'm going to implore you, please keep track of your kids. You can't let them, this is not the time where they can have, I realize they're home from school. They may be done with the schoolwork and the homeschooling that they've already got, but you can't allow them to go outside and play with their friends that are from other families. That's a good way to spread this COVID-19 and other communicable diseases. And right now, we all need to do our part to flatten that curve.
I got an email from a resident asking that very specific question. So I can let my kids go outside and play, but can they play with the neighborhood kids? And I guess the answer is no.
Absolutely
as
not.
long as if they don't practice social distancing.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah. And
good.
so, the kids are, unless you can educate them and practice that social distancing while they're, interacting with other kids. And the best way to do that is you're going to have to be there. So you can't allow your kids to go out by themselves and trust them that they're going to comply with that social distancing rule.
Right. I live near a park, a neighborhood park, and my wife and I took a nice stroll through our neighborhood. It was nice to hear people in their backyards. By the same token, when I went past the park, there were several teenagers in the park at the playground structure, holding hands, doing what teenagers do in spring.
Yes.
That's probably not a good idea, is it?
No, it is absolutely, it's a bad idea.
Yeah.
During these times, normally I would say great idea, but during these times, absolutely not allowed. We just can't have that.
Right. Okay, well, Chief, anything else you'd like to add to our discussion today?
As I do every day, I remind everybody of the social distancing. That's what's going to help us through this. That's what's going to get us through this situation. 6 feet apart from each other. Wash your hands regularly. Cover your nose and mouth when you sneeze or cough. I'm going to say that every day.
Right. No doubt these are unprecedented times in our country, in our community, in the world, but this too shall pass.
It absolutely will.
All right, good deal. Thanks, Chief, and thank you all for watching this broadcast.